G'day everybody, I just wanted to show you what a difference the chicken tractors make to the fertility of grass. I've got a fenced in area around the house which keeps the goats out, and except for that little one over there that's recuperating from an illness. She's doing really well. I didn't think she was going to make it, but she's doing really well. Anyway, so what I wanted to show you was I've got the chicken tractors in the house yard, and I move them every day to a new patch. You can actually see here where that chicken tractor sat for a couple of days. Normally I move them every day, but this one sat here for 2 days, and you can see it's really quite scratched out, and I've eaten all the greens and everything. Over here is another patch where they were sitting for about 2 days, just there. And then there's another patch there where they sat for a day, and I've just moved them down to this area. So you can see what it sort of looks like. This area through here really hasn't had the chicken tractors on it much. I've had them mainly around the front of the house. So you can see I'm sort of doing a bit of flood irrigating here at the moment on this section through here. You'll see along here I've had that chicken tractor over there. Just doing a strip along here, and you can sort of see the areas. This is where it was sitting last, just there. So you can see they sort of scratch it up and dethatch it and poop on it and everything else, which is great. You see a few feathers lying around. This is the really exciting bit though. Oh, I'll show you my grapevines. These are doing really well now. I've got these blue barrel rings around the bottom. I've just topped up the mulch, which is what's sort of lying around the bottom. This one's doing quite well. This one here is going fantastically. You can see I've already branched off to this wire, and I've branched off also to this wire at the top. These ones are up to the top wire and are about ready to start branching along the top wire. So yeah, they're doing really well. They've really kicked along since I've been putting this mulch in the bottom. This is what I really want to show you. This area out the front's had the chicken tractors for most of the time, and I mean, you can instantly see I've had the tractors going up and down this area, and then I've taken them off for about a week and watered the area with the soaker hose. And this area was pretty much looking like those sort of dry bare patches through there about a week and a half ago. There's still a couple of little bare patches which are starting to fill in, but look at the rest of this. It's just amazing. This patch down here, where obviously the chickens sat a couple of times, I've obviously been over this area a couple of times. Have a look at this. Look at the length of that. Just amazing growth. So I've sort of been using this as a bit of a trial run. The paddocks where the goats are, I have been for the last couple of years slowly getting the fencing sorted out, and they will be divided up into 3 or 4 different paddocks. I'm going to cut down the number of goats that I've got, and I'm going to house the goats in one paddock for a couple of weeks and then move them to the next, and I'm actually going to follow them with the chicken tractors. So the chicken tractors will move for a couple of weeks through one paddock. Then the goats, then there'll be a rest, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks rest while I irrigate it, and then the growth will kick along, and then the goats will end up back on there after a period of probably 4 to 6 weeks rest, and hopefully I'll be able to keep the pastures looking as good as this between the goat spells. So that's the idea. It's worked around the house yard, so I've just sort of been trying to get an idea of the time it takes for the grass to recuperate. But about 2 weeks ago, this just looked like a barren area, a bit like this does now. So it's just amazing what the chicken manure does to the grass. So anyway, I just thought you might like to see that update.